October 20th, 2018. This is Grace. She is eating some food that I just made her. We got our 2 cc's of penicillin. She's fixing to get administered to her hip. And then we are going to go back to sleep and try to get some rest. Be back at 10 o'clock in the morning to give her another shot. Maybe try to get some video of her walking at some point in the morning. Just to kind of show y'all how she's moving, since I didn't get a video of her moving yesterday. Anyway, here's Grace, October 20th, 2018, 4 o'clock in the morning. Good morning. Aiden again. Well, it's somewhere around 9 a.m. We made a little pallet in the floor last night, and little Miss Grace slept on top of me all night. She's never been away from her sisters or been alone until yesterday, when I had to keep her locked up so her sisters wouldn't beat up on her, accidentally playing or whatever, just because she's not very coordinated right now. I had to go get her some soft dog food and some different things, and anyway, so she was locked up by herself and completely demolished the bathroom. So I figured it would be easier on her if she had somebody in here with her during the night. She's in our spare trailer right now that we use for storage. To kind of keep her away from all the other dogs, because we have a few dogs in the house as well. So anyway, made a pallet in the floor, and she woke me up at least twice, stuffing her face, slurping up her dog food that I made really mushy and wet for her so that she could eat it easier. Because obviously with tetanus, the jaw kind of gets tight. It's not locked yet. Hopefully it won't lock. But it is definitely tight and difficult for her to open very wide. So, put some extra water in her food so she could just basically drink it. And she's drinking lots of water. She's been drinking constantly, peeing. And so yeah, she woke me up at least twice last night that I remember. Eating food, because her food bowl was like inches from my head because there's no room on the floor in this bathroom. Anyway, she is very alert this morning. I turned the light on and she was all excited and running around. Now she's kind of sitting down looking at me, licking her paw. I've been doing a little bit of range of motion exercises with her throughout the night, and this morning with her legs, massaging her ears, massaging her face, just trying to help keep the muscles relaxed. I took a little video of her last night that I'll include in this. Right after I made the pallet and she laid down, she went to sleep, and in her sleep, I guess she was dreaming and her ears were twitching. Like she was actually able to move her ears a little bit. And that was about 2 hours after she finished consuming the muscle relaxer that the vet gave her to take twice a day. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. Well, she's not really trying to wiggle right now. She's not dreaming anymore. She was dreaming a second ago. But earlier today, I think you kind of noticed how stiff her ears were. And now the muscle relaxer has worked some wonders on her little head. And I can actually move her little ears around. She hasn't had it this morning yet. I'm fixing to do her morning shot. We're doing it at 9 and 4 every 6 hours through Monday. And giving a shot to a big dog is not fun. Giving a shot to a puppy is miserable. Especially at 4 a.m. when you are struggling to function as it is, and the syringe doesn't want to cooperate with you. Anyway, so yeah, I'll give you a little update on her. Maybe she'll walk around, maybe not. She doesn't really walk around if I'm sitting down. If I'm up moving, she will. So maybe I'll walk across the tiny bathroom and see if she'll walk to me across the pallet. So I'm gonna do that, and then I gotta pick this up and get her a shot in her muscle relaxer. But she seems to be in good spirits. Very, very hopeful, very enthusiastic about how she's taking it all in. So anyway, thanks for being interested in this, and I hope that this series will help anyone else that finds an animal of theirs that is exhibiting signs of tetanus. All mammals can get it. It's most common in horses and humans. And I believe that's why there is a preventative shot for tetanus in horses and humans. I think dogs have a bit of a stronger immune system, so they're not as common to get tetanus. Don't quote me, I could be completely off on that. But anyway, there is no preventative shot for tetanus for dogs like there is in horses and humans. But there is a treatment. It's a long, long process. And it's painful for you to watch, and it's painful for them to go through. So, anyway. Thanks, guys. Let's see if we can get her to get up. Come here, Grace. Come here, Grace. There you go. Good girl. Good girl, Grace. Good baby. Poor face. It's so tight now. Man, this is one of the best little pups. You got tears on your face. Gross. Poor thing. So she's never been in the house before, and I put her a potty pad down. Just because, you know, she's not leash broke or anything. She's just been outside just kind of being a dog. Out here on 80 acres, she doesn't really have to worry about being pinned up or on a leash all the time. And I moved the potty pad earlier, and as soon as I moved the potty pad, she peed where it was. So maybe we're getting somewhere with this this potty training thing for now. Maybe by the time this is all over with, she'll be fully housebroke, huh, girly? Yeah, look at that little tail. Little Miss Grace. Little Miss Grace. You're such a pretty girl. Anyway, this is Grace. That's a little bit of her walking. I'll try to get her out here in a little while and see how she does with a harness. This could be fun. Because I don't want to put a collar on her with all the tension and stuff in her neck. I'm hoping that maybe a harness will be less, will cause less anxiety for her. I put a muzzle on her the first couple of times of giving her a shot just to make sure she wasn't going to snap. But she's golden about it. She just screams because the penicillin burns when it goes in. And it's really hard to watch, but it's got to be done. The vet said I could have given her an oral antibiotic, but the oral antibiotic doesn't work as good or as fast as the intramuscular. So that's why we're doing the shots. Anyway, I'll try to get some more video later and show you how she's doing out where she can actually move around. She just wants to lay down and sleep a lot right now, which is fine. She probably needs to do a lot of that to help her body to fight off the infection that she has from the tetanus. So, anyway, here's Grace, October 20th, around 9 a.m., 2018. I put a little harness on her, and she's laying here. So I figured this would be kind of a good opportunity to kind of show you some of the stuff that I've been doing with her. I don't know. The vet didn't tell me to do range of motion exercises with her, but I'm hoping that it's going to help her, and I'm going to talk to the vet about it to see what she thinks. So I'll just kind of show you on one of her legs here what I've been doing. She really likes to press against my hands. I've been just bending everything all the way down, just gently, just kind of rocking it down until her muscle feels soft, and then come straight up and just kind of gently put some pressure on her, and then I'll bend it back down some more as the muscle allows, just gently. Then I go out forward. Oh, that makes her stretch. She stretches every time we go forward. Good girl. I think she's hungry again. Her belly's rolling. One more time. Oh, much softer. And then I go back. Just kind of, oh, don't pull on me, don't pull. There, good girl. Good girl. And a girl. And I've just been kind of gently rubbing her face, massaging all over her face. Take her ears and massage all around them to try to help loosen up whatever's in there being tight. So whether this is helping or whether this isn't helping, I'm unsure. I started doing it in the middle of the night. This is the most relaxed, easygoing puppy I think I've ever had. And I've raised a lot of healer pups. So anyway, that's a little bit of what I've been doing with her, exercises wise, especially since there's not a whole lot of room in here for her to move. I figure it's probably good for her to move around some, to keep the muscles from deteriorating. So I'm going to take her out here in a little bit to kind of get some fresh air, and where I can keep her sisters off of her. That's why she's on the harness, so I can keep her from going to find them. Because like I said, they just kind of run loose out here on the farm. Anyway, there's Grace's every couple hours exercises. She's at least a little playful. She is able to bite it and open her mouth. Maybe that'll be good for her to keep moving the jaw muscles, hopefully, if she'll continue to chew on it and play. It's now almost 6:30 p.m. October 20th, 2018. Here is Miss Grace. She is walking much, much better, even from just this morning. She has learned to walk on a leash today without any fuss or fight. And we have gone for a few walks in the grass. She's learned to go potty outside. And she just wants to be at my side all the time. A friend of mine that's in vet school right now suggested that I keep her with me because when I leave her in a dark room, she freaks out and tries to destroy things. And she's never been in a kennel before, so she tries to tear the kennel up as well if I leave her in a kennel. So her suggestion was wrap her up in a towel or a light blanket to keep the light out of her eyes as much as possible, except when she goes out to go potty. And just try to help her to avoid as much noise as possible. So yeah, this is day 2 of her tetanus treatment. And I'd say she has improved tremendously since yesterday. She can still open her mouth and lick, and she plays with her toys, and she's just a good little pup. I don't know, the light's in your eyes, huh? I'm sorry. So I'm fixing to go get her back out of the light because it seems to be bothering her eyes. They're watering a little bit. Alright, it is the night around 11 o'clock of the 20th of October. Just to kind of give you a quick little conclusion for the day. During the night, she got fairly relaxed in the face from the muscle relaxer, and she seemed to be feeling a little better during the night. Morning, she was a little bit stiff. I didn't get her muscle relaxer in her until later. She was being a little bit uncooperative about taking it, and I wasn't sure whether to go ahead and try and poke it down her throat or not, so I wanted to contact the vet to make sure that it was okay to do that since she wasn't wanting to take it with food. Before I did that, as she had recommended to crush it up and stick it in her food. So it was late morning when she got her muscle relaxer. Within a few hours, she had loosened up a little bit and stayed fairly loose until around 8 p.m. or so, and she started tightening back up again. Her ear started being drawn up real tight. When she's sleeping, she does move her ears around a little bit. I can't think of anything else major that's changed with her so far. She still has a really, really good appetite. I found out that she doesn't like beef-flavored dog food. She prefers chicken. So we're going to stick to the chicken dog food because she's eating it. She has gotten a couple of raw eggs. I know some people don't like raw eggs, but they come from chickens we raised here on the farm. We know what goes into them. I know there's still so many things that people can throw at you about that, and this is not about what I'm feeding her. This is about her progress. So please don't jump on me about what I'm feeding her. The vet said to just feed her whatever she'll eat, and as much of it as she'll eat, in case she starts getting worse. She needs as much protein as she can consume to help her body to maintain and be able to fight. I'm not exactly sure what all goes into it with all the different amino acids and the proteins and the fats and the carbs and all that stuff. I don't know how it all works. It's been too long since I've taken classes on it, and I never went in depth enough to finish going to vet school. So that's why I have vets to consult with. I have a really good friend that is in vet school and is about to graduate, so I do consult with her a lot as well, just to get some extra opinions. And she helped me tremendously with different approaches to giving her shots and different areas that I can give her. Excuse me. Different areas that I can actually give her shots other than the hip. And if I continue to have issues with the hip, then I will maybe try one of the other areas that she's showed me. Have her on FaceTime to make sure that I'm doing it right. Anyway, I did wind up letting one of her sisters kind of come hang out with her because her other sister found a new home today. And their names were Faith, Hope, and Grace. Obviously, Grace is the one that the videos are about. Hope was another little blue. And Faith is a little red. Faith is not as... she's not as aggressive of a play. However you say that. She's not as aggressive when she plays. And she's very, very gentle with Grace. I made sure I watch them constantly when they're around each other. But they were both kind of being anxious a little bit, so I figured maybe it would help her to settle down if she had one of her sisters with her. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Anyway, so I went ahead and let Faith come in here with us after we did our run-in today, and they passed out. So maybe it'll be good for her to have her sister with her. I still can't leave the room without her screaming and whining and digging at the door. But she's not been trying to tear anything up since I've had Faith around. I don't leave them for more than 30 seconds unsupervised, just because I don't want Grace to accidentally get hurt by Faith. I don't remember where I was going with that. Anyway, so yeah, that's about all that I've got. I'll include just a little picture of the two together here at the end of this. But I sincerely want to thank everyone who has been praying for Grace, everyone who has been thinking about Grace, everyone who has offered any type of help in the form of prayers, thoughts, advice on things to ask questions about, to talk to the vet about, everything, you're all greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. I hate that I have a dog going through this, but I truly hope that this will help others to see that there is hope. Little faith and hope, and you know, you can get through a lot of stuff by the grace of God. So, you know, when I first had Grace diagnosed with tetanus yesterday, the vet gave me two options. She said, you can put her down, or we can try and fight it. And there was just something about her that I couldn't just have her put down. So we decided to go ahead and try the treatment. As I'm talking, she's dreaming right now and her ears are wiggling. Anyway, so we decided to go ahead and try the treatment, and so far it seems to be doing well for her. She's definitely fighting. So, we're going to keep the fight going. Hopefully this will give someone else hope to be able to help their dogs through it, or whatever type of animal that you may come across that has to fight this nasty battle. I just hope that I hope that nobody ever has to go through this, but I know that's not going to happen. So maybe this video will help someone else. Maybe these videos will help someone else. So anyway, thank you all again for keeping up with her, for asking questions about her, for everything. God bless you all.